And now let's send things back outside to 6 on Your Side reporter Molly O'Brien.
She joins us now live from the road. And Molly, you've been out in the Knoxville area. Where are you headed now?
Good morning, Tirsa and Stan. We're actually on Pellissippi Parkway. We're headed towards Blount County. I'll switch you around so you can see what I see. So between Western Avenue and Pellissippi Parkway on I-40 West, we weren't seeing many slick spots. But here on Pellissippi Parkway, you can see remnants from that snow yesterday. I would say the biggest part of this is specifically when you're getting off Pellissippi Parkway on a side road, like say Dutchtown Road, which we are about to pass. Those exit ramps are certain points completely covered, or only have one lane where you're trying to figure out which lane you're in. Now, just a couple reminders. If you are stranded on the highway, the Tennessee Highway Patrol reminds people not to call 911, to call star THP. The Knoxville Fire Department, Knoxville Police Department, and the city of Knoxville held a press conference yesterday with a few tips for people. One of the things that Knoxville Fire Department said was if you see a vehicle that's wrecked or that you're concerned about on the side of the interstate or on a side road, there's no need to call 911 if there's an orange tag on the mirror, door handle, or antenna. First responders are already aware of that vehicle and they have tagged it. But I think the biggest thing is there are slick spots on some of these roads. Just be careful, take it easy, take it slow, and specifically on these overpasses and bridges, those tend to have the slickest spots currently. I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much, Molly. And we do want to check back out, or check back in, I should say, with our reporter Kayla Prect. She's out to Sharps Ridge, checking out conditions for us there.
Yeah, Kayla, what do you see outside where you're at now?
Tirsa and Stan, it's still pretty cold out here at Sharps Ridge. As I'm looking around, there's still a few flurries since I'm at a higher elevation, but not many. I am feeling a slight breeze now, which is not helping, making it a little bit colder. Now, the road conditions in the area, as we were driving here, it was not too bad. I did see some slight ice patches and things of that nature, but I think the roads are drivable with caution. And now the back roads on some of the areas are a little bit covered in snow. So if you're gonna go on those back roads, be careful. But I think some of the main roads are getting plowed. We did see a plow on the way here, working on those roads, keeping them safe. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now. And yeah.
I hear you, I hear you.
I'll keep you guys,
Now, Kayla, I mean, real quick, did you see any cars out on the roadway with you? We know it's early, but were people out driving?
I saw a few cars, but not many right now. I think a lot of people are trying to stay safe inside or, you know, obviously play out in the snow at home. But it is early, so I didn't see many cars driving on those roads.
All right, again, our own Kayla Prect out there, Sharps Ridge.
But yeah, I'll continue to keep you guys updated.
Thank you,
All right,
Kayla.
sounds good, Kayla. Now, we do want to get a check on the conditions over in Sevier County as well.
We caught up with some people who were traveling through the area and asked them what they were up to on the roads.
Was going out of Gatlinburg, went to visit Gatlinburg, looked at a few shops down that way, and then we was like, well, let's head back to Pigeon Forge, which is where we're staying at in our hotel. So we was coming down through Pigeon Forge, nothing besides like Denny's and Waffle House open, which we got that back at home. So we figured we'd continue straight and just see if there's something open and seen this little town, so we pulled in here.
Where we come from, honestly, you don't get much snow. We ain't had a good snow in there in at least a good 2-3 years. So we came up here a largely portion because of the snow itself, and so we've been having a ball. And every chance we get, we're throwing snowball fights, having a good time, messing around with each other.
Get that man a hat.
Get him a hat. But hey, that's how you enjoy the snow and make the most out of it too. Others driving in Sevier County reported that back roads in the area were covered in snow, and safety should be a concern for drivers, especially those without four-wheel drive.
And now we do want to get a check of conditions with Storm Team 6 meteorologist Margo Altshuler.
And she joins us back again from just outside the 6 News studios on North Broadway. Good morning again, Margo.
Good morning, Stan. Good morning, Tirsa. This morning, definitely cold outside. Me and our photographer, Bill, have been kind of watching cars driving by on Broadway right here. They haven't seemed to have any trouble, at least right in front of the station. So that is some good news, especially considering that this is a highly traveled road. I do also want to point out that Matt mentioned earlier, last night, not only did we see snow, but we also saw some frozen rain and some sleet. And that's evident on our fence right here. So I'm going to have Bill take a zoomed in look to the kind of fence right here. You can see the coating, the light coating of ice, especially on the leaves right there. We saw some frozen rain and it did accumulate. So there is a chance that it accumulated on some plants around town, as well as some buildings and cars. So make sure that you are paying attention, especially if you did see that frozen rain, because that does make things slick and it could possibly make some thin black ice, which again you can slip, especially if you walk on. But temperatures still really cold outside, and that breeze not really helping, and things aren't expecting to warm up anytime soon. I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio.